Springs dealer.
We're only a couple when you are.
From our family to yours, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Live from Augusta, breaking news.
And good evening. We begin with this breaking news at 6 o'clock. We're talking about holiday travel and traffic, and there's a multi-car crash right now on I-20 eastbound, stalling traffic just outside our station. This is all just before you get to the state line, and there's a live look at the traffic there. The actual accident is up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. The accident happening just moments ago. Thankfully, no injuries reported in this, but you can tell eastbound traffic is slow and actually backing up toward Washington Road as we speak. So going to give you another look here at some of the backup here. This is closer to Riverwatch Parkway, and the backup is actually causing some traffic on Riverwatch as well. People trying to get onto I-20 eastbound. The impacts are reaching out, as I said, toward Washington Road. Going to keep an eye on this throughout this next half hour and let you know how things are going. But you might want to avoid I-20 eastbound at the state line. But Riley, let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. We've got good weather out there today, a little warmer outside as well.
Absolutely, Richard. That's going to be the trend heading into the weekend. We could actually see the upper 60s in a few spots this weekend, Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Looking great for getting outside. Any outdoor plans over the next couple of days, looking good to go. It's unfortunately going to be Christmas Day Monday, to when we do bring back a pretty decent rain chance as our next system does show up. Now, if you are heading out this evening, our temperatures are cooling off. We got close to 60 today for highs, but most spots are dipping into the low 50s, and we're going to see these get into the 40s pretty quickly. Closer look at the metro, 56 at Daniel Field, 57 in Grovetown. Currently in Evans, you're at 55. Here's our temperatures for the rest of this evening, dropping into the 40s next couple of hours, and then staying in the 40s until we get to most likely after midnight tonight. Here's a look at our system, our cloud cover that continues to move in from the west. This will start to break up throughout the day tomorrow. Our next rainmaker, though, starting to move across the western U.S. This actually brought a lot of rainfall across California so far today. I have an update on when this shows up for us in just about 10 minutes.
Thanks a lot, Riley. So as we watch this slow-moving eastbound traffic on I-20, are you heading anywhere for Christmas? Right now, millions are hitting the highways and the airports trying to make it to their holiday destinations. As we take a live look at here, I-20, this is at Riverwatch Parkway. AAA predicting this will be the second highest travel season since 2019. So what do we need to know before you pack up and go, besides avoiding I-20 eastbound? Hallie Turner live from our overlook on I-20.
Well, Richard, you know, AAA says that these red lights behind me that you see are part and due, one, to the wreck, but two, that this is going to be one of those holidays that people are traveling, more Americans than ever are traveling to see a loved one or visit a new place than ever before, no matter the cost. Now, for our area in South Carolina, Highway Patrol says it's causing more traffic on their roads, so they're increasing patrol starting today, and it'll go until the day after Christmas. On the Georgia side, GDOT wants to make sure everyone's travel day is a bit easier, so all major road work to highways and the interstates across the state of Georgia will be put on pause from today up until after Christmas. But the busiest times to be on these roads in Georgia are from 3 to 7 in the afternoons, and GDOT says there is a way to beat the crowd.
And travel during the morning leading up to lunch, that seems like historically that's been the smartest time to avoid some of the slowdowns.
Now, again, if you are leaving tomorrow, you're going to want to leave before 3 p.m. because or else it's going to look a lot like this. You want to keep in mind that GDOT says that there are some shoppers tomorrow for last-minute holiday shopping. So if you want to beat them and beat sitting in this Red Sea, the best time to leave is before 3 tomorrow.
A lot of people just trying to make it through Augusta are hitting that slowdown there at the state line. Hallie, thanks for the update there, and safe travels to everyone heading home for the holidays. You know, day or night, the cold temperatures have been really unforgiving for everyone. We do have shelters, but not everyone can make it to one, not to mention those requirements and restrictions in place. Taylor Martin spoke with one woman using her own money to make sure people living on the streets have the chance to stay warm this season.
After getting out of prison, helping those in need became Marsha Sanders' mission. It's why she created her nonprofit after the storm.
Helping the homeless, giving whatever I had to them so that they can have. They were always more in need than I was. And my heart just hurted for them.
With the help of her friend CJ, who's experienced homelessness himself, she's handing out go bags, which CJ knows from experience are critical in cold weather.
In the go bag, it was very important to me to provide the emergency blanket because it was going to be so cold.
Blankets, coats, masks, cough drops, and gloves, all included in the go bag.
That go bag is so important because, like, whenever I was homeless and I was getting sick chronically, I developed bronchitis from simple cold and flu.
Marcia hopes with the community's help, she can continue to place go bags all over Augusta.
We need the funds to be able to provide for them so that they can get everything that they need out there. And the things that they need are basic things that we have.
Just one extra resource for those struggling. Reporting in Augusta, Taylor Martin, on your side.
And if you would like to join that effort and donate items, we have Marcia's Facebook page and website on ours, WRDW.com. You know, for people with mental or physical disabilities like Down syndrome or ALS, just communicating can be a huge barrier to everyday activities. There are a lot of reasons to be wary of artificial intelligence these days, but there are a lot of ways it can be used for good as well. As Laura Warren shows us, the Accessibility Project is finding solutions to make sure everyone has the ability to be understood.
Alexa, play I am a personalized station. Alexa, stop.
Let's be honest, we all feel like Matt sometimes.
Alexa.
Fortunately, he has the patience of a saint.
That's all right. You'll say that it's okay. Well, car travel, we drive 7 hours to Florida or 7 hours to Virginia, and he's just as content as could be. It never says how long till we get there.
The youngest of 6 kids and the only one with an extra chromosome, he's brought a lot of joy and patience to his family over the past 23 years.
Yes, it's just an amazing perspective that he has on life.
He's able to do a lot on his own.
We provided him with a phone. He uses that to as our emergency contact. We can actually leave him for a few hours at a time. He's okay. He's self-sufficient in some ways, but he can't stay overnight.
And independence is important to Matt, especially with his side gig.
I am Iron Man.
You are Iron Man. You're the one who's under the suit this whole time.
Yes.
He's learned to read and write and smoke his dad at foosball.
No. You scored.
But he has to work harder than he should at communication.
That's been the biggest challenge, his speech, because of his equipment. His palate is really high. His tongue is in different density and shape, and so he has difficulty blending sounds together. Yeah, play 10 minutes. Stop playing. Travel. He has an Alexa in his room, and he works at it. He works to get her to understand. Alexa.
A new nationwide project called the Speech Accessibility Project is working with big tech to make that a little easier.
Find my phone. Okay.
Matt is part of the project, recording countless phrases to help train AI to better understand speech patterns of people like him.
Read that. What do you like to do on a Wednesday movie?
The project is through the University of Illinois, funded by Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, and Microsoft.
Alexa, will you speak to me?
Speech pathologists often say that communication is a human right and we want to make it accessible for everybody.
I don't know how to speak Noir yet. To know the languages I can speak.
So in a few years, hopefully Alexa and all of Matt's devices
Iron Man
will be up to Iron Man standards.
You got it.
And that is some important work he's doing. It's going to help a lot of people in the long run. And right now, the University of Illinois is recruiting anyone over 18 who has Parkinson's or Down syndrome for this project. And you can live anywhere to be a part of it. Matt lives in Evans. And later on, they're going to be recruiting adults with cerebral palsy, stroke, and ALS. If you're interested in being a part of any of this, we're going to add the information on our website when you find Laura's story there, WRDW.com. Are you ready for a 40-foot Santa, giant inflatables taking over this yard? We're going to take you there next at 6 o'clock. Riley, hope they don't have a windy night anytime soon.
I know, that is one big Santa right there. And luckily, not much wind expected tonight or through the weekend. Beautiful weather through Sunday, but unfortunately, rain does look likely by Christmas Day. I'll have a look at it in the full forecast next.
Boy and Associates now.
And we are back to give you a live look at this traffic situation on I-20. We put the drone up. The Sky 12 is up in the air now, and This is the slowdown. This is eastbound, right near Riverwatch Parkway's exit right there as you get on I-20. We're slowly going to pan to the right, and I think you're going to be able to see where this three-car accident happened, a little closer to the Savannah River bridges, including the Augusta Canal Bridge. But looks like traffic has actually picked up some since we last checked in, and there's going a lot of headlights and taillights. But apparently that wreck has been moved off to the side of the road. At one point, 3 cars were involved. No injuries to report, but on this busy travel day, they had it backed up almost to Washington Road as we watch this live here from our Sky 12 drone at I-20. But Riley, fortunately, that may not have been a major accident, but it has caused a major backup. That's a lot of traffic right there, even for 6:12 in the evening.
Absolutely. I love seeing the Sky 12 views of it, and just luckily weather wasn't really a factor for travel plans today. And if you are traveling tonight, tomorrow, or even Sunday, we're looking dry across most of the southeast until you start to dry out by the middle of next week.
Thank you, Riley. Some people do a lot for Christmas. These are 40-foot inflatables actually taking over a yard in Hepzibah. And you may be wondering why the homeowner decided to go with these super-sized Santa and Frosty the Snowman. Will Volk stopped by to find out.
Out of all the Christmas decorations on the block, Regina Kirkland stand out in a big way.
40-foot Santa and 40-foot snowman on the other side. I don't know if you can see them from here, but 40-footers.
Honestly, who in this neighborhood can't see them? Live around the block? There they are. And if you're a next-door neighbor, get ready to have a bright glow in your window all night long.
The first year we did it, they're like, really? It's it's daylight in our houses all night long. I'm like, y'all better get some blackout curtains. We only do this like 2 weeks out of the year. Just bear with us.
So, just how tall is a 40-foot inflatable?
Makes the house look like a shed.
Do you see Kirkland? Maybe if I put this arrow on the screen. Yeah, it's tall. The question is, why does she have inflatables this big? For her, it's more about quality over quantity.
The yard's only so big, so we could only add so many decorations, and so it's like we just decided to quit trying to put a lot and just go big.
Going big is exactly what Kirkland and her husband have done. 2 custom-built 40-foot inflatables are brightening up her whole neighborhood this Christmas. In Hepzibah, Will Volk, on your side.
How big is the box for those things? I mean, where do you store them the rest of the year? Kirkland invites you to visit and take pictures if you want. We have their address listed on the website for you. They're going to try to keep them up through the new year, but Riley, this is interesting. They might have to take them down if it gets too windy in the forecast, but no doubt about that. They'd go flying up off to above Hepzibah somewhere. Well, you can help build the new home for the Augusta players. We have your inside look at their new place next on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
First Alert Radar.
Well, after almost 80 years of essentially being homeless, the Augusta players finally have a space to call their own, and it's right there in the heart of Augusta's growing theater district. Take a look. It's across the street from the back door of the Miller Theater, on the same block as Le Chat Noir and the Jesse Norman School of the Arts, and just a block away from their home at the Imperial Theater. Meredith Anderson gives us a peek inside.
If these walls could talk, they would tell stories of fighting flames. But a different spark is igniting in this old Augusta firehouse.
It's a place where you can come and be creative and be a part of the process.
And Scott Seidel says this is your invitation to join the Augusta Players family, because this can be your new home too. It's not much to look at right now, but you don't even need theater of the mind to imagine what it could be. The plans can show you. And there's so much to see.
3 different rehearsal spaces, which is absolutely mind-blowing, instead of just trying to figure out how to share one rehearsal space in a place that we don't own.
And Seidel says the possibilities are endless.
We're looking at being able to teach technical theater in this space as well. So there'll be lighting and sound equipment in there and those kinds of things.
This from the nonprofit adding more ways to get more of the community involved. Aside from the main stage shows at the Imperial. Kids ages 6 to 19 can audition for junior players shows. Just this month, their Readers Theater debuted, featuring senior citizens. Camp Wonderland is a summer arts camp for children with autism. Art Reach shows partner with teachers to expose students to live theater. And no matter the production, they need volunteers backstage. And sets, props, costumes, makeup, yep, those are all thanks to volunteers too.
No matter who you are, no matter your experience level, your background, whatever it is, you have a home with the Augusta Players. There's so many different ways to get involved.
Maybe lighting a fire under some people watching right now. In Augusta, Meredith Anderson, on your side.
What a great resource for Augusta, and they're about to get even greater. Finding and buying the right property was the first step, and now renovations are next. If you want to be part of this to donate, there are a lot of ways to do so, including buying a brick with your name on it. The next main stage show, they say, is Dream Girls in February. We'll link you to all things Augusta Players, along with Meredith's story on our website and the app.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
Well, if you were near your phone or your computer, if you looked at the top headlines on ESPN today, you may have seen a familiar name. Darian Reed, the former Grovetown standout turned prolific prep forward, has had his choice of 16 Division I schools. He narrowed it down to 3. The Tide is getting a top 10 senior ranked first in the state of California by 24/7 Sports. The 5-star returned to where this journey really began, on the hardwood of Grovetown High School. It was his reputation on the court that earned him Region 2 6A Player of the Year honors. He made one of the biggest commitments of his career, surrounded by the ones who know him best.
I think my uncle might have a tear or two because he's a big Georgia football fan. You know, I'm gonna have to just give him tickets to Alabama and Georgia game, but it's fine.
This will always be our home, even though we're in Napa with prolific prep. We're always going to, come home. My family is here, and we're real close to our family, so it's very important that he commit back at home here in Grovetown, Georgia.
It was more than just a homecoming for him. His mom taught at Grovetown while he was a student there, too. We'll be right back after this. The NFL has fined the Falcons $75,000. The league investigated the Birds for the handling of its Week 7's injury report. Running back Bijan Robinson was not listed, and he barely played in that game. He logged 11 snaps against the Buccaneers. Coach Arthur Smith was also fined $25,000. Now we'll be right back after break.
We are back with a live look at I-20 on this busy travel day. There was a backup earlier eastbound, and it's still sort of slow moving here at the state line. We've got Sky 12, our drone up in the air, hovering over Riverwatch Parkway and now panning toward the Augusta Canal and the Savannah River there in that shot. And you can see the traffic is moving. There was a multi-car crash eastbound earlier. No injuries there, but it did cause a big backup toward Washington Road. Good to see traffic moving again outside Riley on a very busy night for a lot of families.
Absolutely. It's going to be a busy weekend out there travel-wise, so be safe on the roadways. And a little bit different view from our Beach Island camera. We actually have it zoomed in towards downtown Augusta. You can see the city lit up, beautiful out there tonight. Crisp and clear conditions at the moment. Temperatures have fallen close to 50. We'll be in the 40s here pretty shortly, so if you're stepping out, it will be pretty chilly out there for you. We are going to see pretty steady pressure through the weekend, but as this rain shows up Christmas Day, that is going to be dropping our barometric pressure. So a heads up. Unfortunately, the aches and pains could feel a little worse than usual as we do head into Monday and Tuesday next week. That's when the rain will arrive, but any outdoor plans through the weekend looking good to go. We got a little bit warmer afternoons, highs in the 60s, and then we do cool off a little bit next week.
It does feel a little warmer out there. We like that. We're going to keep an eye on that I-20 traffic for you, and our next live update on that comes at 7 o'clock on 26 News. We hope to see you there.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.